just to get you warmed up in here, we'll just go down the line and give us your favorite experience from Bowl Week so far out of the activities that you've been able to participate in.
For me, it was probably being able to go to Martin Luther King's church and just hear the panel just speak to us about like what he went through his life and what he achieved. And we see that on an everyday basis, but just being able to hear out of their words and their mouth and just hear stories from him was just a great experience for me.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
I think that was probably the best experience for me as well. You know, I'm an AES major, which is American Ethnic Studies, so I spent a lot of time in college taking a lot of classes, you know, about the civil rights movement and things that went on like that. So actually seeing the panel and seeing some of the people who actually studied, you know, and people who I seen in different movies and documentaries when I was in class was actually pretty cool, you know, being able to see that. So that was probably the best.
Same for me. These two guys, the MLK Memorial, the church. That was a great experience for me as well. Just seeing like the history, learning about my culture, just everything about that.
I think everything we did was a blessing this week. The MLK thing was awesome. Go-karting was fun. I think the haircutting thing was a cool experience. You know, I didn't get cut, but pretty awesome. But yeah.
All right, thanks, guys. All right, we'll go ahead and open up for questions. Raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone. All right, we're going to go back here in the middle on the right side, please.
Chris Rankel, WIT at Birmingham. The USC game was the only game you guys lost, and Sam Darnold in that was kind of a mobile quarterback, gave your defense problems at times. What did you learn from that game, and how can you put it towards stopping another mobile guy who can run like Jalen Hurts?
We learned a lot from that game. They definitely game planned pretty well for us. You know, they got the job done, and I feel like we just gotta play better team defense, tackle better, and just make better plays. You know, they make great plays on us, but when I went back and watched film, it's like, man, we could have did a lot more here, but they made their plays and we didn't make enough. And I feel like we just like rely on each other more, just make better plays. I feel like we could get the job done.
I think also it showed that you know, we couldn't rely on just ourselves as an individual to make plays. You know, it taught us that, you know, a collaboration of all of us, tackling at the same time, making plays, breaking on the ball is, you know, more better or helpful to our defense and our team than just trying to run out there as an individual and make tackles and make plays.
I thought we just had to get off on, you know, third downs. They converted too many of those. As Keyshawn was saying, we just have to make more plays as a unit. That'll put us in a better position to win.
All right, next question, please. Raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone. All right, right here, Jeff.
Jeff Spiegel, WBMA Birmingham. Keyshawn, can you talk about the nickname for this defense, Death Row, what that nickname means to you, and what it means to uphold a nickname like that?
So that nickname has been around for a while. We probably haven't put it on the front row so much, but that's just the mindset we live by, and we die by it too. You know, it's to play with our hearts on our sleeves and just play for each other, and you know, willing to get beat down or to get hurt for your teammates. You know, because it's always the next man up. You know, a lot of guys, you know, have lived and played by mentality throughout the season. You know, we got Azim going down, we got Joe going down, but regardless, you know, you look to your left and it's another dude that's ready. It's another dude that's gonna hop up and you be like, all right, it's my turn. You know, what I got to put on the line for my team, what I got to invest in. And that's just truly who we are as people, too. You know, regardless, you know, if we're playing football or we're just hanging out or going to class, you know, we always, you know, helping our teammates out and just, you know, investing in each other.
Back here, Lindsay.
This question is for Kevin. Kevin, I asked both Buddha and Sydney about Taylor Rapp and what a good year he's had. I wondered, does it like kind of bother you guys that a freshman's leading you in picks? Your coach laughed and nodded when I asked Buddha.
You know, we're a competitive unit. You know, I think each one of us want to be, you know, leading in picks. That's one thing. We have a pick board and we tally up, and at the end of the year, we give out a little award for who got the most picks. But whoever can go out there and make plays, you know, we're happy for Taylor. I knew this is not a surprise for me. It's not a surprise for anybody, seeing him have the type of games that he's had. You know, and I've never had a multiple interception game, and he's had 2 this year. So, you know, being able to have a playmaker like that, and he's only a true freshman, you know, the sky's the limit for somebody like that. And so, you know, I'm happy for him. You know, I'm glad to, you know, being able to play with him this year, and I'm glad to watch him, you know, for years to come.
Sure.
So did you guys already give out your
No,
award?
it's not over.
We're waiting until this.
It's not over. It's the whole
Do you know
season.
what the award is?
It's just it's like our best hands in the room.
But do you get like a prize or something?
Yeah, you get a
It's a
ball, you get a football, you get your name like engraved on it. It's got the names from the prior years. They got a back up.
No.
Tell him. I'm about to tell him.
I'm about to tell him.
It has Sydney's name on it. I think twice. That just means he's targeted more, you know.
In the past.
Ooh.
In the past.
Yeah. Y'all cold, boy.
All right, next question. Where are we going next, guys? All right, back up here in the middle, third row, please.
Alan Cole, Sports Illustrated Kids. Buddha Baker was in here earlier, and he described Alabama as a team with no weaknesses. What do you guys think about that claim and what he said there?
Yeah, I agree with them. They're a pretty sound team. You know, a lot of teams, you know, you look at them and okay, where do we attack here? You know, where can we go here? Like, can we get them on special teams? You know, we call it a pigeon, you know, on special teams. So we don't see that. For a lot of teams, you know, you really see like, okay, they look like they don't have a lot of depth in this position. But for Alabama, you know, they're pretty stout. You know, and as far as that, they have great players, and you can pretty much cover up positions, you know, if everybody's leaning on each other. And I agree with them, but, you know, this is football.
All right, Solomon, let's get back to you. What do you think about that? What do you think about his comment?
I mean, no team is perfect. I mean, if they were perfect, they would score on every play. You know, they pick the ball, get a sack on every play, and that's not the case. So I'll leave it at that. I mean, no team is perfect, and they ain't gods.
Yep.
Any of you can answer this. A few weeks ago, John Ross told me that he spent basically all of fall camp worried that the offense sucked because they could never score on you guys. And then early, like at halftime of the Rutgers game, you went to Dante and said, "Hey, good news, we're not bad. Our defense is awesome." Did you guys feel that you were locking them down? I mean, I know you know everything they run, but did you feel early on that you guys were going to be really good?
Keyshawn, you want to start?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went. Yeah, but I mean, we were kind of thinking the same thing, but we just, you know, we kind of just looked at each other and was like, well, we've been together for a while, and they're still building. They're bringing freshmen in, you know, they're trying to get guys acclimated to the program that we're going to actually use, and for some reason, we just keep bringing in playmaker after playmaker, like with guys like Taylor Rapp, and for the offense, you know, they just need to really, truly find, you know, who they were as an identity. I mean, we already had ours set, you know, because we spent like 1 or 2 years together and spent a lot of adversity together, and they really didn't get that chance, you know. They were planning on a short year, like to get guys together, but, you know, I feel like they've been doing excellent so far. And, you know, as far as that, you know, they've been leaning on each other, and a lot of younger guys showed up this year.
Okay. Kevin?
You know, I think sometimes it's kind of hard for both sides of the ball to have a great practice. Maybe when the offense is doing good, it looks like the defense is not doing as well, and vice versa. And so when we kind of went into fall camp, we kind of had our mojo going. We had a lot of the same guys coming back from last year, where we had a pretty decent year. And then kind of going forward, defense started off having a lot of really good practices, and so I think maybe the offense kind of started getting a little discouraged a little bit. But we try to tell them not to get discouraged, because we've been playing for a while, and we know the type of competition that we go against, and we tell them, like, you guys are better than anybody we play, and come game day, you guys are gonna be something special. And so I think they listened to us, and they just kept going out there every day, and then they get with their coaches, and it'll be one day they come out and they do something different, and they just beat us for like 3-4 touchdowns, and it's just like, all right, now we got to go back to the drawing board, and it kind of being that back and forth type of deal instead of being so one-sided. And then that's when I really start seeing the identity of our team and of our offense starting to click a little bit. So being able to watch them is something special. And I think last year we might make a turnover, and then we'd be right back on the field, and then we make a turnover, then we'd be right back on the field. But now it's kind of, we make a stop, and now it's touchdown. It turns into points. And so that's something that's been huge in our success this year.
Sydney?
Just going off of what Kevin said, just, being dominant in practice with them, I knew they were going to be good once they started like competing and making plays against us. That's the whole turning point of when I saw, okay, we're going to be pretty good this year. Just that whole sense, yeah.
Sol?
I'd say it's like that butterfly effect. So our team is so well structured, well put together that when someone sparks something, the whole team starts, trending that thing. And for this was the competing. So we came into fall camp, really hyped, really amped up for this year. I can't speak for offense. I don't know what they were doing, but we were ready. We came into fall camp. I think the first half we were just straight up dominating. And, that caught flame, that caught fire with the offense. And they're like, we're not going to back down and just, take it in the teeth, take it in the mouth. That's the good thing about our team is that competitive nature. So that offense, started gaining. They're like, okay, these guys want to play like that. We're going to play like this. So, after the halfway mark, they started gaining. They started making plays. They started, rising to the top. And at the end of fall camp, and all these guys can confirm that, is it was a one-on-one battle. It was up at the top, offense, defense. Every day it was like Kevin said, they win, we win, they win, we win. And when it got to that game, that Rutgers game, that's when we really seen these guys are legit. And they're looking back at us probably saying, these guys are legit too. But yeah.
All right, time for a couple more. We'll go back here in the back left.
Could you guys explain what it means to have a SWAT team mentality that you talk about, where that mentality began, and give an example of a time this season when you've used it and it's worked?
So SWAT team mentality, it's like, everywhere we go, we're ready for something to go wrong, and the SWAT team mentality is like, those SWAT guys out there, those Marines, all those, military folks out there, nothing goes perfect for them. They get put in a situation where, or a life or death situation, they have to, fight their way through and make it to whatever they have to do. And we kind of put it toward a football standpoint where, our bus might break down, for instance, or a hotel room might not be ready. Something not life or death, but something like, we have to put our mind to this and say, hey, we will compromise, improvise, and still go on with our game plan.
All right, time for one more. Here, Jeff.
this is for all you guys, if you want to comment on this, but what would it mean to this program, to this league, to knock off #1 Alabama Saturday? How big of a boost would that be?
Keyshawn, start with you, please.
That was a good question. It would probably just be, it would be a great feeling across the board. But for this program and for like us up here, man, it's just show like how hard we worked. Cause you know, throughout like our school and everything, we've been going through a lot of adversity. From losing our AD, losing our coach, like pretty much the whole class, like my class I came in when I was recruited, like just going to different schools, breaking up. And it'll just show like regardless, you know, we were destined for this. You know, we worked hard enough for this, and you know, we put in the effort for this, and you know, this really is a great team. You know, I tell my guys every day, man, you guys are great. You know, from what we've done, like to get here, and all the stuff we've been through. Like, I don't think I could have did it with anybody else. And yeah.
Kevin, thoughts on possibly beating #1 Alabama?
You know, I think for Husky Nation and for people who's been, you know, fans for a while now, I think it'll be great. You know, I think everybody's behind us. Everybody's had a great year, watching us and seeing, you know, what we've been capable of. But you know, like Keyshawn said, you know, for us up here and for us that have been in the team, in our little circle in the team, you know, we're not coming to possibly knock off #1 Alabama. Like, that's not our mindset. That's not what we come to do. You know, we come to win. We come to compete, and that's not, you know, we're not thinking, oh, like we might be able to do this. You know, we come with the mindset of, okay, let's go in there and let's get it done. Because from the top to bottom, you know, we're ready to play, and you know, we're gonna go out there. We're gonna play like we know we can, and you know how we're capable of. So, you know, I think definitely getting to this point, and you know, being able to beat anybody at this point, you know, in time, it's gonna take your A game. You know, it's gonna take precise execution, and you know, we're ready to get it done.
Sydney?
Just going off of what Kevin said, you know, it'll be awesome to knock off, you know, Alabama, but we still have another game after that, so we got to complete the task, and that's what we came here to do. Just that's our whole mentality. We have to win a national championship. We made it this far. We're not going to stop.
All right. Saul, bring us home.
Kind of like Sydney said, it'd be great feeling to knock off #1 Alabama, but I think it'd be a greater feeling to know that we'd be going to the national championship. I think that knocking off the #1, it would be great for, you know, for sure us, but you know, our past brothers that have been in our shoes, or that haven't been in our shoes and wanted to get here, you know, that wanted to play Alabama, wanted to be on those stages of, you know, right now. And I think it'd be really for them, you know, before them preaching like, hey, we're going to make it to this top spot, we're going to play Alabama, teams like that, and for us to actually be here on this stage and representing all of our past brothers behind us, our family, our university, I think that means a lot to them. That's it.
All right, thanks, gentlemen. We'll end it there.